Howdy everyone, Pulcho here with an Age of Magic video, and in this video we get to have a sneak peek at Reishi. I think that's his name, the Mushroom Man. He is part of the Light Druids, the same with BB, and we are going to test them with the new witches. We have Spellwind, Bright, and Nimue. We do also have Scarlet available as well, but I think this would be the primary team. Now, I'm not saying that you wouldn't use Scarlet. I think Scarlet definitely does have some use, especially in regards to. I think you would want to use her against teams that specialize in lots of debuffs. I think that's how her. She has an altered version of the Van North's um, Magic Absorb, so that would be where her strength lies. But in this team, I think we have a lot of the bases covered. We've got massive damage. We have defenses, abilities. We have healing, resurrection. We're pretty good. And we're versing the hybrid Corvus team. Now, this battle that's going to play out is going to be very different to how you experience it in the real game. And the reason for that is due to artifacts and medallions. Now, I don't have the ability, or I don't have the time. I apologize. I do have the ability. I do not have the time to test every variation of artifact, of medallion stats, of. So I'm going to, as I always do, test at the absolute base level, and then we can work from there. Okay? Now, the only character in this team that does have an artifact equipped to them is the Corvus. And I have equipped the Gambit weapon to him. So I believe that's Stiletto. It's the dagger. It's the ability. It's the artifact that prevents a character from using any of their special abilities and locks them into using only their basic skill. And the reason for doing that is because Corvus, not being able to use his special abilities, is going to give this team as much damage reduction as possible. They become extremely tanky because he's never going to cast the dragon, and prior to artifacts, when he casts the dragon, that was your opening to kill the enemy. Now that he no longer casts the dragon and people have access to that, it makes the team a lot more difficult to beat. So we have Peaky, we have Aked, we've got Ghoul, we have Devourer. This is in a PvP setting, just because there are characters in this team that work better in PvP. So that is available to them as well. Okay, we're going to go to a 2x speed. We're going to play out. Now, I still cannot reveal the abilities for BB and Reishi. And also, disclaimer, it is still early testing, so things could change. But as of right now, this is how they stand. Now, I have finally been able to see the abilities for these two characters, and they are very interesting. Very interesting. I cannot wait to do the spotlight videos. But let's jump into the battle and let's play it out. So we're going to start with our second ability on our Spellwind. This is going to cast Seal of Protection on us, and it doesn't matter because we still get another turn, but I want the Seal to be active already, and we get an instant turn again, and we're going to cast Time Attractor. This is going to reduce the cooldown of debuffs on us by 1 turn, so that's going to take us out of our sleep state while it keeps the enemy in sleep state. Now, the only thing, it does huge damage as well. Now, also taking into consideration the character we necessarily want to kill first. I'm just double checking that I've got these enemies at max level and full arcane and equipment level, because I felt like that did a lot of damage. The enemy we want to kill is Peaky. Peaky is the absolute bane of our existence. And this is why I wanted to state at the very start of the battle as well that considering artifacts and medallions, this fight may be very different, because if she doesn't die, you're in a world of trouble. So how we are going to kill her is by not targeting her. That is our goal. We are going to select Ghoul. If we do not target Peaky, she won't put Spotlight on herself. If she doesn't have Spotlight on herself, she's as weak as she possibly can be. We're going to cast our third with our BB. We get big damage, and now we're going to cast our third with Reishi, and big damage as well. Okay, so the Peaky is still asleep. We're back to our BB. We're going to cast our second ability. Lots of AoE damage coming out. That's why we aren't selecting the Peaky, because the Peaky is going to take a lot of damage just from being asleep. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we can't actually attack the ghoul now. So we're going to kill the kid. The Peaky's still asleep. She takes a bit more damage. The Corvus is taken out, and the Peaky dies. And we should go ahead and be able to take out the ghoul. Now, there's nothing he can really do here. There's lots of debuffs on him at the moment. He's got 14 stacks. Until he falls below 10, he's not going to be able to die. So hopefully we can finish him off. There's lots of dots. Okay, beautiful. And he's dead. There we go. We will do the battle one more time. In this situation, I am going to put damage reduction on the Peaky. I will try to make her as tanky as possible and see if we do get the same outcomes. Now, I'm not going to put any medallions on my characters. Like I said, if I start mixing and matching medallions and artifacts, we'll be here all night. But I just want to make that one character, because Peaky is the key to beating the team. You kill Peaky, you win. So we'll see if this team can beat Peaky in the same strategy we just used. Okay, so we are jumping into the battle. We have decked out the Peaky with a level 80 medallion, full damage reduction substats, and we also did the same for our healer. Okay, otherwise we're just putting too much advantage on this enemy team. We'll try and keep it at least as mirrored as possible. So we'll go ahead with the same starting strat. As long as we do not target Peaky, we should be okay. You're probably wondering, why is Devourer getting debuffs? It is part of Spellwind's leadership skill. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try. All right, we take out the kid. Beautiful. Nimue gets a turn. Nimue gets a turn. What are we going to do with Nimue? Like, I don't feel like I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm just going to use her basic. I'll get some stacks of defense accumulation going on her. All right, 2 characters dead. The Peaky's still asleep. We have defense. Oh, it's not how you use Nimue. You should use her other abilities. All right, we take out the... Let's use the other one. There we go. Okay. Nice. Peaky left. Does this heal? Cast regeneration. It doesn't actually heal. I'm going to go for the heal. The straight up. I could have extended buff duration. I just wanted life on her. Okay, Nimue. Got some monsters back on the field. We're just going to select the Peaky. Alright, extend duration of buffs now. AoE. Nice. I'm not going to lie, I've done that fight many times now. I didn't have the medallion on the Peaky though. On the Bright, and we lost more times than we won. So I think if you've got your Bright strong, you should be okay, because she's quite squishy. Even though this team has a lot of damage mitigation through shielding, not having, and I don't think people really realize how much protection Diana adds to a team. Like, she absorbs a lot of damage. Not having her is very noticeable when you don't have her on the team. Very, very noticeable. But there you go. To me, that is one of the strongest variations of a PvP team at the moment. There are different variations of what I verse. Some have Raymond in it. Yeah, there's a few different variations. So just keep that in mind. But overall, I think this team is good. Until these 2 characters are released into the game, though, this BB and this Reishi, just be a little bit skeptical. Who knows what could happen to them? But as of right now, they do seem quite good. So yeah, there you go. There are the 2 new light druids coming to the game. We will keep messing around with them, seeing what else they can do, and eventually we'll have to figure out how we can beat them as well. That's always going to be an option of something we need to look into, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.